A lot of you guys have been asking for this video to come, so here it is. Not only the return of MyGM on my channel, but the return of the Seattle SuperSonics. I took the Milwaukee Bucks, moved them to Seattle, so here's how our roster is looking. Brandon Knight, Larry Sanders, OJ Mayo, and Jabari Parker, just to name a few players. Now we are in the Northwest Division. We get the Utah Jazz with Trey Burke and Dante Exum. We got the Denver Nuggets with Ty Lawson, Oklahoma City Thunder with Russell Westbrook, and the Portland Trail Blazers with Damian Lillard. So what I wanted to do right away was try and trade for a point guard. And the first guy we're going to be looking at is Goran Dragic, the Dragon. So I'm going through looking at some of the trade offers. I don't want to give up OJ Mayo. I don't want to give up Jabari Parker, and I didn't want to give up Brandon Knight. And once again here, I don't want to give up Larry Sanders. He's the only center on our roster. But look at this deal right here. Chris Middleton and a 2017 first round pick. So if things go right, that 2017 first round pick will be the last pick of the first round. So we're going to go ahead. We are going to do this trade, and we land a point guard and Goran Dragic. You can see the fans love the acquisition. And later on in the episode, when we jump into our first game of the season, I'm really going to go in depth on why I traded for this player. But also, I'm going to let you guys take a look at my roster because I need your guys' help. We desperately need a backup center on this team. First, we're looking at our starting lineup. We get Goran Dragic at the 1, OJ Mayo, Jabari Parker, John Henson, and Larry Sanders. And then coming off the bench, our 6th man is Brandon Knight. Hopefully, he accepts that role. He is going to play a ton, though, just as much as the starters. We get the Greek Freak. We really want to develop him. Ilyasova, Nate Walters, Jared Dudley, Jared Bayless, and Kendall Marshall. You can see we have a ton of guards on this roster. We have 4 point guards, but we only have 1 true center on the roster, and that's Larry Sanders. So I need you guys to comment down below a center, one that's not a star or a starter, but a role player that can come off the bench and back up Larry Sanders, preferably one that can play some defense, crash the boards, and give us some blocks on defense. So you can see Larry Sanders get the first bucket of the season, and now here is Goran Dragic, and this is one of the reasons why I traded for him. Look at this stat line: 20 plus points per game, 50+% field goal percentage, and 40% plus field goal percentage from the three-point land. Dirk Nowitzki won MVP when he did it. LeBron won MVP when he did it. Durant went on to win MVP when he did it. And then the other player to do that since 1992 was Goran Dragic. He's one of my favorite players in the NBA. He's extremely crafty and at times unguardable on offense. I know a lot of people compare him to Steve Nash. I wouldn't say he's that good, but he's definitely close. So here we are on the fast break. Yeah, we're having some chemistry issues early on. I wanted to throw the lob to the Greek Freak, but instead Dragic turns it over, and they get an easy dunk on the other end. But what I want to try and create here in Seattle is one of the most exciting teams in basketball, which is why I traded for a point guard. We didn't necessarily need one. We have Brandon Knight and OJ Mayo at the 1 and the 2, but I wanted one of those guys to come off the bench, so I traded for Dragic. We got Mayo at the starting shooting guard position, and then coming off the bench, we have Brandon Knight, who in my mind has been playing not only excellent in real life this year, but excellent for us and the season opener as he knocks down the three-pointer. So the story of the first half was pretty much the Memphis Grizzlies killing us inside, but we kept it close because shots like this, Goran Dragic hits the three-pointer. But here we are, like I said, the story of the first half. Zach Randolph underneath, just absolutely handing it to us. You can see Marc Gasol's also doing a great job. He has 10 points, and he's also controlling the boards as he has 6 rebounds. So starting off the second half, things have got to change. But yeah, I don't think it's really going to happen. Zach Randolph, we bring the double team, but he still gets it to go. Tony Allen again inside. Zach Randolph shoots a fadeaway jumper, and once again, Zach Randolph is just doing it all. And when I say doing it all, because look at this, OJ Mayo drives inside, and who else but Zach Randolph gets the block to force the shot clock violation. So things look like they're getting out of hand, but Brandon Knight does a little spin move and hits the fadeaway jumper so we can keep hanging in this game. Once again, underneath, Zach Randolph all over him, but Zach Randolph still gets the contact layup to go. That right there was one of the best shots I've seen. But we're trying to keep it close. Goran Dragic off the double screen, hits the fadeaway jumper. We're down by 7 points now. Dragic is the point guard. You can see I'm going with the lineup of Dragic, Brandon Knight, and OJ Mayo to try and speed things up and force a bunch of turnovers. Already Brandon Knight scores. Now OJ Mayo gets the steal. Here we go. Brandon Knight up ahead, and that's going to lead to an easy throwdown. And already with this 3-guard lineup, I'm starting to feel some momentum. Here comes Conley bringing it up, but Brandon Knight intercepts the post pass. So here we are in the fast break. I see Goran Dragic, and he is going to knock down a deep 2-pointer, and just like that, it's a 1-point game, 59-58. Marc Gasol inside, goes up. Great defense by Larry Sanders. But man, how hard are these guys to guard? This time they're going to run a pick and roll. Conley Jr. shoots a tough shot, misses it. OJ Mayo with the rebound. I see Dragic up ahead. He's going to take one dribble and feed this one to Brandon Knight, who's going to throw this down. How exciting is this 3-guard lineup? Dragic inside, forces the contact, almost gets the and one to go. And you can see Larry Sanders and Marc Gasol are just battling underneath. Zach Randolph, we bring the double team, kicks it out. Tony Allen for 3. Man, Tony Allen, one of the worst 3-point shooters in the NBA, but we've been leaving him open. We're trying to pick our poison, and there he kills us. But Zach Randolph shoots this one off the side of the backboard. Here we go, Dragic. I call for the pick and roll. They bring the double team. I see Jabari Parker, and the young buck hits a huge 3-pointer to make this a 2-point game with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go. So Conley Jr. trying to make something happen on offense. They're looking inside, but we're shutting it down. Goran Dragic with the steal. I see Brandon Knight up ahead. Brandon Knight lays this one in. And for the first time all game, we have tied the score at 75 apiece, but Memphis would come down and get another shot to go. So Dragic is getting double teamed. We see Brandon Knight for 3, but man. Brandon Knight was hot all game, but he went on and missed the open 3-pointer. So Tony Allen hit both free throws, and just like that, we lose the season opener to the Memphis Grizzlies. Marc Gasol was player of the game, 16 points, 8 rebounds, but Zach Randolph also had a heck of a night. So here's the box score. You can see Brandon Knight had 26 points and 4 assists. Dragic had 21 points and 7 assists. And you can see Larry Sanders, also an impressive night, 12 points, 8 rebounds. Jabari Parker played well. OJ Mayo definitely struggled on offense, but that's alright. That's the type of offense we play in. We try and get up a ton of quick shots, try and get the ball up and down the court as fast as possible. And in the next game, I definitely need to get the Greek Freak more involved. You can see he didn't even attempt a field goal. And then you can see Nate Wolters, John Henson, Kendall Marshall, Jared Bayless really didn't have an impact. So maybe in the next episode, one of those players will be getting traded for another role player that I feel fits our style better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's try and get to 200 likes before episode 2. Comment down below some players you want to see me trade for. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm TD Presents, and I'm signing out.